Hello class, today I'm going to teach you how to make the perfect cup of tea. Tea is an ancient drink developed by the early Chinese civilizations and brought to Europe by Dutch traders in the 1600s. Tea is the traditional drink of many Eastern cultures, such as the Chinese and Japanese, but also common among South Asian, Middle Eastern, African, and European societies too. Traditional growing and processing techniques are still widely used and often considered an art form, as it's very difficult to actually cultivate tea, and they differ from culture to culture. One in particular, green tea, has a very different processing depending on which culture. So Chinese cultures traditionally pan fire their green teas to stop the oxidizing process that lets oxygen into the cells of the tea, giving these teas a much lighter, more smoky and nutty flavor. Japanese cultures traditionally shade grow, which lets the chlorophyll develop in the tea, and then steam the tea leaves to end the oxidizing process, giving the tea a more vegetal but buttery smooth taste. So what I'll be using, we have our glass teapot here, has the filter built in. We have a water boiler here, 1.7 liter, the perfect teaspoon, our monkey picked oolong tea. It's our loose leaf tea, Chinese origin, and we'll use about approximately 2.5 teaspoons of that. And then we also have a tea timer. So the brewing process, it's actually very easy. So we started by heating the water, brought it to a full boil. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the teapot, take out the filter, add in 3 ice cubes or so, just to bring down the temperature of the water. Add the hot water into the teapot. Fill it up about halfway. Then we'll take the loose leaf tea, which for this demonstration I'm using monkey picked oolong. It's a sought-after Chinese tea, very famous in China. It's a very rare tea. It's only grown in one tea monastery in all of China. Oolong teas are really good for their digestive health properties. I prefer my tea a little weaker, so I only use about 2.5 for the whole 32-ounce teapot. Usually it recommends 1 to 1.5 per 8 ounces. But I like my tea a little bit weaker. So there's different kinds of tea also. So we'll start by adding it in very slowly into the filter, and then we'll let it brew for about 3 minutes. And in that time I'll tell you about the different tea types. So there's white tea, which is actually the purest form of tea. It's excellent for rehydrating, cleansing, and relaxation because it's generally very low in caffeine. Very high in antioxidants. It's traditionally consumed at night for its relaxing properties. Has a generally light floral aroma and taste with subtle sweetness, sort of like a honeysuckle. That's how we like to describe it. Green tea is another type of tea. Excellent for mental alertness and overall health, low to medium caffeine levels, and high antioxidant levels. Traditionally drank to relieve stress or focus the mind before meditation. Generally has a more vegetal taste with a light smoky or buttery undertones, depending on the tea's origin, Chinese or Japanese. Oolong tea that we're making here, excellent for digestive health, medium caffeine levels with medium antioxidant levels, traditionally consumed before or after a meal to aid in digestion. Generally has a strong earthy flavor with subtle buttery undertones and high floral notes. Black teas, probably one of the more common teas, excellent for metabolism building and curbing hunger. That's why the English traditionally drink black tea during their tea time. Curbs their hunger for dinner. It's high in caffeine with medium antioxidant levels. Traditionally consumed midday. Generally has a strong dark flavor reminiscent of coffee with rich dark chocolate and caramel undertones. So steeping this tea, we have the 2.5, 3 teaspoons of the monkey picked oolong. We have 3 ice cubes in the teapot, just to bring the water down to about 175, or about 195 rather, just to make sure it doesn't burn the tea and damage it to make it bitter. So a few seconds before the timer goes off, we're going to take out the we're going to go ahead and take out the filter from the loose leaf. Then there we have the brewed tea. Recently, tea has become very popular again, especially in the United States and across Europe, because it's been rediscovered of the different varieties of tea that there are, as well as the differing tastes, and how you can basically mix it with anything, any other flavor, and you can have a really healthy drink overall. The main antioxidants in tea, the catechins, the scientific studies have recently come out, theorized about their cancer-inhibiting properties, as well as it's shown that people who drink more tea, and the more tea that they drink in their life, they tend to be healthier and live a lot longer. And then we're going to go ahead and pour the tea now, since it is finished.